Guys, if you know me, you know that I am a big lover of indie makeup and indie beauty in general. So when I find that there's a new brand that I haven't heard of or that has just opened, I tend to get very excited. Like anytime there's something new, I'm like, oh, we have potential innovation here. A massive thank you to my friend Dani, who actually sent me on these pictures, and I also grabbed a few from Makeup on Your Radar, etc. But this is a new brand. Now, forgive me if I get the name wrong, but it's Dieverune, Dievene Cosmetics. And they have launched this palette along with these like really cute kind of glittery things. Let's discuss. So the palette itself is retailing for €65.95 and it looks super, super cute. I love the kind of mix of mattes here with the shimmers. And here's the thing, those aren't just shimmers. There are some like multi and duochromes in here as well. So for an indie brand to do that on their first go, I mean, that is so cute. Also, it's called like the Moth and the Moon. That's the name of the palette. How cute is that? And you can see how the matte has like a corresponding shimmer or multi-chrome. This is really, really nicely thought out. And as I said, that mix of mattes to shimmers is really, really quite aesthetically pleasing to me. Now, do I think that this is necessarily a palette that you can make a look from without dipping into anything else? I feel like I myself would struggle. You might be totally fine with it, but I know that for me, I probably would. However, I think that's okay, particularly when you're looking at those shimmers. They are quite pretty. Are they necessarily unique? Not really, not in my collection, but that's because I have a ridiculous collection. But I gotta say, for a brand that this is their first palette, they have piqued my attention. And in a saturated market, that takes a lot. And I just feel like the overall aesthetics of this palette is really, really nice. It's so interesting, and apparently you can get the palette essentially by itself and do a build your own palette. So they're basically having it so that, you know, if you don't like these shades, you could just buy the empty palette and you could pop some stuff into that. I love that. I think that's really, really smart. So it seems like we're getting a brand here that is probably edging towards sustainability as well. Again, I love that. Here's the thing, the little glitters, I gotta show you them because they're so cute. Aren't they adorable? So there's 3 shades. There's Spooky, Scary and Skeletons, and they're called Spectral Shards, and they're €10.95 each. I love those. I think they are so pretty. Now I have very crepey hooded lids because I'm 33 and things age, so they probably wouldn't look great on me. However, I think I'd just take these out and look at them. I'm not saying that that's what you should do. That's a very, very silly idea. But my goodness, they look gorgeous. And then you couple that with the shades from the palette. Excuse me, very coherent, very, very well put together. I gotta say, having this as an initial launch, Dieverune Cosmetics, you have done pretty darn well. I genuinely think this is really, really cool and fabulous to see an indie brand just out of the gate, just doing something really, really interesting. They're not playing it safe. This is definitely like a more unusual colour story, but I quite like it. Let me know what you guys think. Are you here for it or no?